Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do collective tarot for today. Today is Saturday. It is May 9th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Everyday Apocalypse Tarot from Hattie Thorn. You can find this at hattiethorn.com. She also has an Etsy shop. I put the link in my link tree if you so desire to use it. Again, I don't earn commission or get free decks or anything. I just love her cards. I am a fan. A fan. We got one on the table. They have these cute little panda blind boxes on TikTok. I saved the link. I might have to buy one for me and my friend. Maybe 6, maybe a whole case. Oh, that one came out like exactly in reverse. That was scary. And why am I feeling like I had cards flip over, but I didn't pull them? And I'm looking at the deck and there's none flipped over. We got 2 on the table, 1 in reverse. So weird. Okay. All right. Someone might be in their head about money. Like somebody might feel like somebody goes back and forth in their head. Like, I have enough money. I don't have enough money. I have enough in savings. I don't have savings. I need a savings because I don't have a savings. Like somebody's in their head about money. I spend too much money. I have too much savings. I don't know, like something about money. I mean, I've talked to you guys before about this. Like I have periods where I spend money, where I save money, where I spend money, where I save money. I think that just comes from growing up in an environment where some of your adult figures weren't so great with money, right? So like I want to be better, but I also come from that family where it's like, let me just spend a lot of money on bullshit. I go through cycles, money cycles. And it's funny because I just started picking up overtime again on Sundays. You guys know I've talked about it before. But, you know, at any moment that could dry up, right? And I'm working tomorrow, but I think that's more or less because it's Mother's Day and a lot of people call off for Mother's Day. Or a lot of people ask to leave early. So they probably just need an extra hand. I went to work yesterday and I was very shocked at how little work we actually had yesterday. It was kind of a surprise. And I really thought that the boss wasn't going to ask me to work on Sunday. And then like at the last minute, she went around and told everybody to log off and go because again, there wasn't a lot of work. The line was backing up with totes. And she comes up, and I think I told you guys this yesterday. She comes up to me and she goes, log off. You want to work tomorrow? And I was like, I did like a double take. I was like, what? And she starts laughing. She goes, log off. And do you want to work tomorrow? And I said, yes. And she laughed and she goes, thank you. Or not tomorrow, Sunday, but yeah, it was hilarious. I really didn't think she was going to ask. And I don't know what it is. Like my one friend always wants to work Wednesdays, which I understand. She goes to church on Sunday. She's a good Catholic, whatever that means. I don't even want to get into that. I love her dearly, but I don't want to get into that. So she'd rather work her day off on Wednesday. We're both off on Wednesdays. I'd rather have my Wednesday off. And I'd rather work the 6 hours on Sunday. I don't know. We're both wired different, I guess. And I just, y'all, I just never really understood the church mentality, because I don't need to go to church to talk to God or have a relationship with God. I can literally do that right now as I'm giving you a reading. Like, I don't need to go to church for that. They want you to think that. They want you to think that you need them. They want you to give them money so they don't have to pay taxes on it and they earn big bucks. Church has become a big business. It's so sad. We got 3 on the table. Somebody's favorite number might be 8, or a number divided by 8. Like 8 times 8 is 64. Maybe somebody's favorite number is 64. I don't know. Something about the number 8. We got 5 on the table. Anyway, my whole point with the overtime was I can usually get overtime to offset my income, so I have extra money. So I usually don't feel like I don't have money. Okay, 5 on the table, 1 card in reverse, no major, 2 more shuffles. Somebody feels like they're going back and forth with money. Like, I think somebody's trying to save for something, because something about like somebody has a goal. I understand, baby. Last shuffle. Ooh, 6 on the table. We keep pulling 7s. Bottom of the deck. Huh. We got 7 cards with bottom of the deck. We have 1 card in reverse and we have 1 major. Okay, some of you are not going to like what I have to say. If this resonates for you, if you've been in your head about money, somebody's not going to like what I have to say. All right. We got 8 of Pentacles. I don't like what I have to say. We got Page of Pentacles in reverse. We got 8 of Swords. King of Swords. 3 of Wands. We got the Ace of Wands. And bottom of the deck, the World. It's a cute card. I like that. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. So it's funny because the 8 of Pentacles is upright. And the Page of Pentacles is in reverse. So so both cards give off like a loss, kind of like not enough. So that's where, and it's Pentacles. So that's where I'm getting the money. But the Page of Pentacles is in reverse. So it's like, you have money? So the 8 of Pentacles is like, I don't have money. And the Page of Pentacles is like, I don't have money. I need money. I want money. That's why I'm seeing somebody go back and forth in their head about money. And with the 8 of Swords, like somebody feels like they can't move forward with something. So like, and these are just examples, you guys, but like if somebody wanted to start their own business, but they feel like they don't have the startup costs. Okay. If somebody wanted to buy something for their new home, like a fridge or a furnace, something like that. Like, I don't have money. Like, am I going to have the money? Should I make monthly payments? Like, somebody's going in their head about something. It's needing the money for something, but not really knowing, like, like how I gave the example that I work OT on Sundays. So it's not guaranteed for me. And for like a month and a half, I didn't work OT. They didn't have any. It didn't kill me. It didn't break me, right? It's extra money for me. But for somebody else that might depend on that, like it would break them. You know what I'm saying? That extra money, me working those extra hours and getting that extra money, technically I could bank it, right? And save it and have a nice little nest egg at the end of the year. Or I could put it towards things I want, things for me, things for the cats, things for the house, whatever the case. Somebody else might not have that option, right? Somebody else might just have their income. That's it. Big expense comes up. Like I said, maybe somebody needs something for the house, a fridge, a furnace, a piece of furniture, like maybe a table breaks and you got to buy a new table. Do I have the funds for this? Can I spend the money? Am I going to be able to make the payments every month? How many payments are there? And these are all just examples. But take how it resonates for you. This King of Swords, like somebody needs to look at a situation logically, okay? This would be like, and God forbid, right? God forbid, knock on wood. But like, let's say your car gives out and you have to have a car and you have to have reliable transportation. And let's say you go look at cars and the cheapest like used car you can find is like 10 G's. You can make monthly payments. Let's say, interest, all that. Let's say like your payments are like $300 a month for however many years. Can you afford that $300 a month? Like somebody would be going back and forth in their head, like doing the math, like writing things down, putting it into their calculator, like, it's going to be tight. Like, I don't know if I can, And you have to be logical about it. Like, can you afford it or not? I'm just going to tell you guys something personal. Bubbles, I've said this before, like Bubbles, and I don't want anybody to get upset, and I mean I'm upset enough as it is, and hopefully nobody has any nasty comments in the comment section because that's not nice. But Bubbles has the beginning of kidney disease, and even though that the doctor said to water him like a plant, like he needs to take on more water, he doesn't have enough moisture, he doesn't drink enough water. And here's the thing, Mrs. Pickles, I had to put her to sleep last year. Same thing. She was in kidney failure. 4% between two kidneys. She had 4% function between two kidneys. I don't want him to get to that point. That being said, I can't afford for him to have surgery if that's an option. Like there are things like they can do, like I think it's like aqua therapy, like where they actually inject them with moisture and stuff. A good friend of mine, her sister did that with her cat for months. All it did was prolong his life. All it did in reality was prolong his suffering when you think about it, because that can't be like, look at it like this. If they don't have enough moisture in their kidneys, then they're not having enough moisture in their bladder. They're having issues urinating. They're having issues, taking on water. Here's the thing. Eventually, at some point, it's probably going to get so painful. Like, you're going to know it's painful for them. And what is the point of prolonging that process, right? So I already know in the back of my mind that when I take Bubbles into the vet and they tell me it's getting worse and his kidney function is probably at such and such, there's not much we can do, but we can do this. There's going to come a point where I'm going to say it's time to put him down. Even though it would absolutely break my heart, there's no way in hell I'm going to watch him suffer. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. I would not want that for him. He's been a beast his whole life. A little punk, a little baby, the best orange baby I could ever ask for, a sweetheart, right? I would never put him through that. You tell me he's got like 10% pain, like that's too much for me. Like he's an angel. I joke around about my cats being pains in the asses, and they are, right? They're cats. But they're the loves of my life. All of my animals have been. And I'm not gonna prolong his life to make myself feel better because I need the comfort, because I'm too afraid to put him down. I would hope, right? I would hope that if I was in the same situation, that somebody would put me out of my misery. You can argue with me on that or not. It doesn't really matter. I already know how I feel about it. But there is a money side to that, right? Like I'm not going to be able to afford $5, $10, $15,000 for surgery and treatments and all that stuff. It's not going to happen. It's just not. The best thing I can do is give him a good life, feed him well, love on him, try and get him to drink freaking water, and when the time comes, let him go before he's in too much pain. And it may sound horrible for some people, but I mean, really. I was the book that I'm currently reading. I don't know if I told you guys this or not. Um, Abby Jimenez. She writes fictional romance, and the beginning of the book, this woman takes a cat that she found on the street into the vet because she said she thinks something's wrong with the cat. It's not pooping. So she takes the cat into the vet, and he tells her, well, she has no anus, she has no butthole. He's like, I recommend you put her to sleep. And she's like, what? She's like, why would I, like, no, isn't there something I can do? Bubbles. Hold on, guys. Look at this. You're ruining the jam. Stop it. See, this is what I'm talking about. He's an angel and he's a devil all at the same time. He's ruining the jam on the door. Hi, Beaner. So he tells her to put the cat to sleep, and she says, well, I'm not going to do that. She's like, can't he just have surgery? Can't she just have surgery? It was a female. And he goes, well, it would probably cost anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 to make sure, like, she has, like, the tract and everything, the intestine and everything, and then actually, like, make her a butthole. He's like, and there's no guarantee she's going to make it. Most cats don't make it. She's like, well, I don't have the money for that. And he's like, then I suggest putting her to sleep. So she's like, I'm not doing that. So she took the cat, and she ended up doing a GoFundMe for the cat, and she raised, I don't know, like between $10,000 and $15,000 to get the cat a new hole. And she ended up taking it to, a specialized vet, and they did the surgery, and the cat ended up living. And the whole point of the book is she falls in love with the vet that she took the cat to, that told her to put it to sleep. But what I'm saying is you got to be, like, I have to be logical about my cat's health and my cat's care, and how long I'm going to prolong hey Bubs, how long I would prolong his life and or not, right? And the fact that I'm not paying, $10,000-$15,000 for surgery, and I doubt very much I would get a GoFundMe. Bubs, no, come here. Don't harass Homer. You got no reason to harass Homer. Come on. Oh, for God's sakes. I'm trying to get Bubbles up there. Come on. Get in the window. Come on. Bubs. Somebody is going to have to look at a situation logically. Like, can I afford it? Can I not afford it? Because with the three of wands, like, somebody's looking to do something, that's going to cost them money. Maybe it's vacation, like maybe somebody wants to go on a trip of a lifetime, and how am I going to afford it? Somebody might have to work an extra job or take out a loan or whatever the case. But the thing is again, you need to look at it logically. Like if I were to take out a loan for such and such amount of money and I had to pay this amount back every month, like, can I afford it? If you take on a second job, are you guaranteed the hours every week so that you can afford it? You see where I'm going with it? The Ace of Wands. So here's the thing. Somebody is going to work towards this situation. Somebody is going to figure it out. Like I said, you just need to look at it logically with clear eyes, a clear head. Somebody's going to do something. Like somebody's going to work on something. So again, like if somebody needs to save money, somebody's going to save the money. If somebody needs to get a second job, they're going to get a second job. If somebody needs to work overtime, like how I work overtime, they're going to work overtime. Hey, buddy. So handsome. No? Yeah, you are. You're ruining my door, but I love you. Because this is with the Ace of Wands, it's saying the idea is there, right? The intention is there. I think I have leaves in my hair still. It's kind of windy out there. The intention is there, the idea is there. It's just how am I going to go about it? It's like implementing a plan, maybe doing a pro con list, something like that. With the World card, somebody's going to figure it out. Like when I saw this, I just kept thinking like, oh, it's a happy ending. It really does give it too. There's like, yay, you did it. You logged out successfully. All tabs closed. The book says everything. There's a little floppy disk, peace sign, heart, and plug at the top. It's like somebody's going to solve their own problem. It's going to take them a minute, but they're going to work it out. If this resonates for you, you're going to work it out. You're going to figure it out. It's kind of like the lighter with the flame. Sorry, that's my middle finger. The lighter with the flame. It's like somebody having a bright idea. It's like somebody, cavemen created fire, right? It's like somebody's gonna have like that flash of brilliance, like, that's how I'm gonna do it. That's what I'm gonna do. And I really feel like somebody's gonna feel like the odds are against them, but they keep moving towards something. They keep moving. Like, no, like you can throw every obstacle in my way, but I am still gonna accomplish this. Damn it. I kind of feel the same way. Like this, I'm not gonna lie, this is resonating for me because if you follow, if you subscribe, you guys know my story. Like I'm finishing up the self edits on my book. I got to pay somebody to edit it. I want to self publish, hopefully by the end of the year, maybe early next year. Um, I'm planning a trip for December. I need money for that, which is why I'm doing the OT. I want the OT at work. I'm planning a trip for next year, like probably like fall 2027. So like I need money, you know? Bubbles' ongoing healthcare, his doctor visits, his testing, all that stuff. You're probably talking like almost a whole month's worth of overtime just to take him into the vet once and have all his blood work done and his urine tested and stuff. And technically, he should be doing that probably every 3 months or so. So a whole month of overtime just for him. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's a lot. That's a lot of money for one doctor's visit. But yeah, like I have plans for myself, right? And I just keep chugging. You guys know, I just keep chugging. And my plans sometimes change, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as I have a goal, as long as I have it set in my line of vision, like this is what's going to happen at the end game, right? Like um eventually I'll make it there. Like I have no doubt in my mind that I'm going to accomplish all the things that I want to accomplish. It takes longer, it takes longer. It's no big deal. And I feel like somebody's coming to that realization. Like I just need to keep moving towards my goal, like what I'm doing. You know, how I get there, how long it takes me to get there. It doesn't really, there's like stuff in my hair, y'all. It doesn't really matter as long as at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, whatever the case, I get there. And really, it's about a positive mindset. Because if you have dreams and you want to fulfill those dreams, you need to figure out how to do that and keep doing that. Like, don't give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up on you or your dreams. Seriously, you're really the only. Not to say that you don't have loved ones and friends and lovers and stuff, but like you're the only one that truly knows what you want. So how are you going to make that happen? I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a fabulous evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you later. Bye.